On the Logan Paul podcast recently, Clavicular shared an easy at-home technique he uses to max out his penis, and it's something we can all do. With no cost. Clavicular revealed to Paul and his co-host Mike Majlak that he has been doing penis enhancement for some time now, and all you need is your penis and some shopping bags.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1962 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, May 20th, 2026. Happy birthday to Will, who's off, but happy birthday today, the 20th. Thanks, Pat, for reminding us of that. So send him some good wishes.
Tell the big guy happy birthday.
Yeah, tell him hello.
Happy birthday, Will.
That's right. But
Willie
yeah,
Smitty.
What's that?
Willie Smitty.
Willie Smitty. We're here though, and we're gonna deliver some stories for you. What do you guys got?
Us non-birthday having fucks.
Yeah, man. What do we got? Well, dude, I mean, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse because I know we talked about it in the last two shows, but the Austin shooting, a new character has emerged. Okay.
At least you didn't say something Trump. That's.
I thought you were going to say the corruption with the stock market, which is picking up steam, Pat.
No, I mean, I had to get that off my chest. I mean, but no.
Yeah.
A new character has emerged, guys, and his name is Michael Cargill. And, well, we'll get to it. He's just a real interesting cat.
Well, you had some questions, Pat, and now we've got some answers.
And I spent about the last 6 to 9 hours diving into who this man is. So, coming right at you, deep dive.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to go second. What do I have? Great news for potheads, and then something for the cool kids, and then good news for nerds if you're in a certain area. So something for the cool kids, something for the nerds.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
And I'm gonna close this out with strange near child abduction case. It's got a unique twist to it, and then penismaxxing with everyone's favorite maxing superstar Clavicular.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up to hear about the abduction. I'm fired up that it was almost an abduction. Yes. But I'm also fired up because I feel like abductions so rarely happen. And it'll be good to hear about one that actually may have happened. Close.
Unless you're a Guthrie.
Yeah, what's going on with that, man?
Too soon.
What is going on with that? It's crazy, man, right? It's nuts.
Haven't heard much about that.
Yeah, I need to check in with Brian Enton and see what the latest is, but
when even Brian Henton gives up, it's bad news.
Yeah, well, he did give up for a while, but now he's back at the scene. I think there's like some new DNA that they're testing, but the whole thing was botched from the get.
Yeah, I mean, this day and age, if you can't catch someone, it was a botch.
Yeah,
total botch.
Yeah.
Botch. Speaking of botched, Mark Furman, the racist LAPD cop, died. 74 years old.
Yeah, he botched breathing.
He botched it. Okay, let's go to Austin, Texas. Our home.
What do you want me to do? The N-word did it.
Right. You want to say the N-word again? I could do it. He's doing cameos.
We all say it.
I know what you want on this cameo.
Every one of his cameos was saying an N-word.
That's what the people want. It's what I'm known for. Chud the Builder's Give, Send, Go has $200,000 on it.
Oh, God.
There's a ways to go for 1.25 million.
Yeah, he's fucked. Okay, to our hometown of Austin, Texas. Last couple of days, we discussed the shooting spree that was perpetuated by 3 teens in Austin last weekend. I think like 12 people were shot. Pretty brutal. No one died, thank God. But in the story, we mentioned that a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 17-year-old teens had stolen guns from a gun shop in Austin. And according to Fox 7, quote, authorities said the 17-year-old had an active warrant for stealing a firearm from the same store where the 15-year-old allegedly stole another gun on Saturday. And
that's right. He told his buddy where he could get one. I know where he could get one.
Right. And I don't know, something just felt wrong, right? Like 2 different times these teens went into the same gun store and stole guns. I mean, you ever been to a gun store, right? Like I just had so many questions. And Wes mentioned on the show yesterday.
You got to be fast. If you steal a gun from a gun store, you have to be really fast.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is what
grab a gun.
Right. is they did like what we would do in high school with beer sometimes, which is like you get it and you just run out the door.
Put the $20 on the counter so they don't get you for theft.
Right.
And
You pretend to be a customer, and then you like drop something, and you're like, I'd like to see. You know what? This gun's good, but I think I'd like a better gun all the way over there.
Right.
And
Right,
He
exactly.
turns around to go get that gun, and then you run.
and you're out the door. You're gone. You're out the door, right? That's what I thought. I mean, look, anytime I've ever been to a gun
Do you have
store,
any guns in the back?
it's a
Can you go
thing.
check?
Right? To like get a gun in your hand doesn't
Can
have
you close your eyes real quick?
if you get a gun in your hand, put this blindfold on so I can, because I want to do some William Tell stuff with this gun. I put this apple on your head. Don't knock the apple down. No, like I mean, I feel like a lot of times I've been to a gun store and there's a lock on every gun, right? If you want to hold the gun, it's just a big thing to be like, hey man, can I see that gun?
Yeah.
And these kids were like clearly punks, and they were punk teens. Apparently,
They didn't look that old.
No, I mean, not at all, dude. And apparently these kids had been in there at least 4 times trying to steal guns before the incident took place on Saturday. So like, you gotta be on alert. I mean, imagine we own a gun store together, guys. And, one time some children come in. First of all, that's going to be a big red flag. We had a handbook. In that handbook, it's going to say, don't give a gun to a child. If you even think they look like a child, ask to see some ID first, right?
Yeah.
With
With Edgar haircuts, no less.
Especially with Edgar's, right? But then an email would go around, I'd imagine. I'd say Mark at gunshopaustin.org, Wes at gunshop.austin.org.
Marv, please.
Marv, excuse me. Man,
If
2
I'm
times
working at
this
a gun
month
shop.
and 2 times last month, these kids came in and tried to steal guns. So just be on the lookout, right? I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's like when I tried to return a suit that I had worn to a Men's Warehouse one time, and they rejected me. But by the time I got to the next Men's Warehouse, they'd already alerted the warehouse that there was a fat
Right.
guy trying to return a suit.
Right. And that's a Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
You're being a little too professional with it. What would we really do in this situation?
What would we really do? I mean, we wouldn't own a fucking gun shop in the first place.
Well, yeah, but we try to like trap them. We try to get them to steal a gun and trip them up and booby trap
Right.
them and do.
Because
We tried to do
yeah,
insane
right.
shit. Come on.
Let's think about
We would
being
be
in
like,
character. Gun
If you
shop guys
see
love
the
this
kid with
shit.
the
They love
Edgar
this
come
shit.
in, give him a
Right.
fake gun.
Exactly. And let's trap
And
them,
let-
and then that's an excuse to use deadly force. Okay, that's what gun guys want. I mean, it's true, and you're about to find out how.
Well,
true
they're
it
all
is.
strapped when you walk into a gun. I mean,
Oh,
they're all
100%.
strapped.
100%.
Do you want to see this gun? You wanna see
I
this
saw a
gun?
clip of this particular gun shop where a homeless man opens the door and says, "Who y'all trying to kill in there?" Right, just like opens the door and says it in there, and you wouldn't believe it. Michael Cargill, who owns the gun shop, Texas Gunworks, Central Texas Gunworks, and another employee goes, "We're trying to kill everybody." You in fact. So like, yeah, they're itching to go. Anyway, Wes mentioned on the show, it was Central Texas Gunworks. And as soon as we wrapped the show yesterday, I saw an interview on social media with the store's owner, Michael D. Cargill. Let me pick a mic up here. Here's Mike. That's Mike right there. There's him looking at his gun. And here's his store. There's a
Can I
picture of
marry it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shirtless dudes behind the counter. Here's the employees in front of a sign that says "I love Bitcoin" with a Bitcoin logo sign outside their gun store. Yeah, Central Texas Gunworks, been around for 20 years. And Cargill, he's a guns rights activist, and he's the owner of Central Texas Gunworks, as I said. And he hosts a radio show called "Come and Take It," which I guess those teen boys listen to because that's in fact
Original.
just what they did, right? It was like a dare. They saw it as a dare, not his radio show. But his activism work is impressive. Michael Cargill, you might know some of it. Okay. Do you guys remember when Donald Trump did one of the 6 things I agreed with in his decade-long tenure as king president, when he banned bump stocks? Remember that? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, man, finally. So I was really surprised. It surprised me. It was post Vegas massacre, right? The guy was using that bump stock. So Trump executive ordered a bump stock ban.
Trump, Wes.
Yeah, there you go. And
No, that's good. Yeah.
it's positive, right? Because I'm looking at the
Yeah.
positive, right?
Yeah,
I don't have total TDS. Anyway, Michael Cargill is the reason the Supreme Court deemed President Trump's ban on bump stocks unconstitutional. You can get him now. That's Cargill. That's a Cargill. Did you know that? He took it all the way to the Supreme Court. The
Wow.
bump stock ban. He said, "No, thou shalt not infringe upon my Second Amendment." And I know Will is.
What if I want to really kill it?
Right, exactly. Kill it to death a lot. I know
what's
Will
that
isn't here.
from?
I need
Buffy
to
the
shoot
Vampire
about
Slayer.
60 people at once.
We're at 70.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Remember that line from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, which preceded the TV show?
Right,
He
right.
goes,
With
kill him a lot.
I do remember that now.
You
If
remember
I was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If Will was here, he would remember when Austin City Hall was a gun-free zone, right? But the reason you can freely,
not?
openly carry at Austin City Hall while paying parking tickets is because of Cargill. That's a Cargill as well. He said, "Wait a minute, I want to be strapped in here." So he fought that and he won that, and
Well, it's
pretty
smart
good.
business for him to be very pro-gun. You know, I mean,
he's about as
The
pro
more
gun as
places,
you get.
the better for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
does he want it in bars?
Well, look, he takes it in Bitcoin. That's for sure. He was the first gun shop to open a Bitcoin gun shop, which seems like a great idea, right? Like you could pay for your gun with an anonymous cryptocurrency.
I do like that actually.
It's pretty cool. But things, guys, haven't been all boom for Cargill and his Central Texas Gunworks. Even with the forward-thinking business model of being the first Bitcoin gun store. That was 2014. He's filed bankruptcy not once, but 2 times in the last 2 years. And his creditors are interesting. Okay. He owes more than $35,000 to Alex Jones, who himself owes $1 billion to the Sandy Hook victims. So ipso facto, he owes the Sandy Hook victims $35,000. But 2 times in 2 years, not good. Not good. But
yeah, COVID was a boom for gun guys, and then it was like the stock market, it plunged.
It was a bust. Yeah, he went bankrupt in 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
And look, that didn't stop Cargill from doing massive amounts of media appearances. I mean, this guy is everywhere. I literally spent the last 6 hours downloading different clips of him on the news, and I cut together like a super cut of Cargill on the news so you can get to know him before we get the answers to exactly what happened in that gun shop on Saturday. So here's this is probably from, I don't know, like 10 or 15 different news clips, both national and local. And it kind of jumps
Tell
around.
me he's got a catchphrase. Tell me he's got a catchphrase, Pat.
What you guys doing this morning? All right, guys all excited? Everyone's ready to get their handgun license?
Michael Cargill, professional firearms instructor, is a walking,
The handgun just must be concealed in the vehicle. You don't need a license for it.
talking
Now you can walk down the street and carry a stick or a club.
weapons law dictionary.
Or they post a sign.
Michael Cargill is the owner of Central
he a
Texas
dwarf?
Gunworks.
You have kids at home,
He's shorty.
lock them up at home.
It sounds like
And it's just reminding people to lock them up. It's not providing a punishment or anything like that. It's just saying, hey, lock them up.
Gun owners can now carry inside Austin City Hall.
Owner of Central Texas Gunworks, Michael Cargill, walked into Austin City Hall today with his handgun on his hip, right through the metal detector.
I want to make sure it's very clear that my employees did exactly what they were supposed to do. They defended themselves. They were being attacked. Someone tried to kill them.
Michael Cargill
come back
and
to
his
that one.
employees at Central Texas Gunworks have somewhat of a secret language among them. That way, when something is going wrong, they can signal each other for help.
There are certain things that we say, certain things that they do. So I know certain ways that they stand, that I know that something is going on. This is just
We
a
shoot
rifle
Morse code.
is all it is, and it's semi-automatic. These here are handguns, and these are semi-automatic. There's just a different size bullet is all that it is. More crimes are committed with handguns than they are long guns. So you're not going to stop anything.
An Austin gun shop
Let's
owner is
change
claiming
that.
self-defense after body slamming a man on South Congress. The man, caught on camera, spoke exclusively with Fox 7 Austin's Alec Nolan, who shows us what happened. Alec.
Cargill says he always carries a firearm, but wanted to de-escalate the situation by disarming the man and getting him away from the business. That's when he body slammed the individual on South Congress.
Now a local gun store owner is saying his employees were involved and acted in self-defense.
Breaking news. I did it. Michael Cargill versus Merrick Garland. The Department of Justice, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the bump stock lawsuit. I beat him in the United States Supreme Court. I was told over 5 years ago, why are you going down this road? No one cares about bump stocks.
We don't need
Let's go
them.
ahead and let them take the bump stock. But instead, I stood and fought. And because of this,
What
the
if
bump
there's
stock
40
case is going to
intruders?
be a case that saves everything.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Cargill. Well,
Yeah, he
what are
loves
your
guns.
impressions? What are your impressions of Cargill?
He's kind of nerdy.
He reminds me of the guy who just died that said shit.
Right. He is kind of nerdy. And look, he's the go-to guy if there's something gun going on related in Texas. he'll do your news hit. There's no doubt about it. His employees were involved in a altercation at the Cabana Club in Austin, Texas last month, and they killed a guy in self-defense, as he said. And then he also body slammed a guy while trying to de-escalate outside a different club.
I'm walking de-escalation.
He unbanned bump stocks, got City Hall to allow the carrying of firearms in City Hall.
He's passionate about something.
He's passionate. And as you saw, there were some clips in there, him talking at his shop about locking up guns, making sure it's safe, right? Because he's a totally competent guy. Well, he did a press conference, okay, because he loves the media, kind of answering all the questions we had about how the hell did these teenagers get the guns from your hands when they came into the store. And it's just really good. Here's Cargill in his own words explaining what happened that led to a 15, a 16, or a 17-year-old boy getting guns from his gun store.
So back on January the 6th, January the 8th, we had a gentleman come into the gun store, actually two of them, and try to acquire a firearm. They've come into the gun store apparently 4 other times to try to steal guns from us. They were able to get a firearm and run out the store. They jumped on a city bus. I stopped the city bus from moving, jumped on the city bus, and started smoking a cigarette and pasted in the back of the bus because he was trapped and the doors were locked. So I told him that if you pull out this gun on the back of this bus, if you do, we will both die on this bus before I let you off this bus. And unfortunately, because it's theft of a firearm during the daytime, we cannot use deadly force for theft of a firearm during the daytime. If it's theft at night, I can use deadly force.
Yes.
There's no way I would allow a firearm into the hands of someone that should not have it.
Except
that's why I would have gotten into the shootout with him on that city bus.
What did those attempts look like when you say they attempted to steal guns? What were their methods? How were they attempting?
Different people. We've had. Let me explain something to you.
So 2 totally different incidents.
Same people, same group of people, different times. This could have been prevented if this individual was prosecuted by the Travis County attorneys or the DA's office.
Yeah,
passing.
He's blaming
did
the
he
DA.
get off the bus with the gun though?
Yeah, I eventually got off the bus and drove away.
He's extra than me.
He's a real individual guy. He talks about individuals. This individual, that individual. He
gentlemen. I saw a different interview, Pat, with him where he kept saying, we thought they were 20. They looked like they were 20.
It's the same interview. It's the same press conference. It's very long. He did 20 minutes outside of his gun store. And the reporters just kept asking, how did this happen, man? And
He thought they were just 20-year-olds trying to buy guns.
Look, so they were the same person? Look, they were different people, same group of people. His employees give chase every time someone steals a gun from their store. There's no doubt about it.
Like valet.
And in that same interview, he goes on to because I have a message for the Texas State Legislature. Make it so I can use deadly force if a handgun is stolen from my shop during the day.
Yeah.
Main takeaway.
So that's his next thing once he gets out of bankruptcy court. It's the 4th time this year Cargill's been involved in an incident where he needs to be on the list.
Yeah, I didn't hear much accountability being taken there.
Oh, there's literally none. Okay. Do you guys want just like a little bit more Cargill? I have like one more Cargill that you might. Okay, you might like it. So this is Cargill. He has a lot of. He's a social media guy, right? So he posts, he makes videos. Someone in his office cuts these videos down. Let me see if I can make sure this is the one. Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm doing a little shtick, right, about what's going on around his gun store.
Almost guys trying to get his gun store.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
Can't sit in front of the gun store and do crack.
He's talking to the hobos.
This holiday season, remember, situational awareness and security. At the gun store, we have had several break-in attempts and plenty of other crazy events go down. From people setting up in the abandoned office next door and trying to drill into our building.
That's why I sleep here in a chair with a shotgun pointed at all doors.
Why did it say be golden jewels?
To people yelling at us simply for selling guns at a gun store.
What the hell y'all trying to kill?
Everybody.
The whole team.
Although every break-in attempt in the past was a bust, I'm sad to report that we finally had our first successful break-in.
Who do you think this goes to?
This bandit,
A
was
teenager
wearing
with an Edgar
mask,
haircut?
marked over everything, and even urinated on our printer. Why? Because he was so pissed that he got locked into the gun store and couldn't get out. We've nicknamed him Carlos Timmy Jaquan. Check this bandit out.
It's a raccoon. A raccoon got in the gun store. So it's not secure at all.
How long before he got jacked twice was this video?
I don't know, but they definitely
So,
gave chase.
Carlos Timmy Jaquan was the only successful bandit to break into the gun store in 18 years. So before you leave to go to grandma's house for Christmas, Hanukkah, or
Definitely
Kwanzaa,
saw this video.
check those
Man, this dude
batteries.
corny.
Yeah,
You
these
know
kids
who
saw
I'm
this video.
and charge those ring
We're
cameras.
stealing from
Make
this
sure
guy's
to
store.
remove any alarm code.
We're going into the store 4, 5, 6 times until they give us a fucking gun. I mean, how inept are you, dude?
Damn, dog. You knocked yourself out of your mic there, Pat. You raccooned
Okay.
yourself.
My bad. I'll get back in.
Cargill. What a character.
Okay.
He's short, though. Wes is right. He's not like a little person, but he's like 5'5".
Yeah. He's
little.
He's corny.
He needs to cool out. One way for him to cool out is
He's
to
not gonna
have,
cool out. No.
have some Lucy.
Yeah,
Get some Lucy. It's always 100% tobacco-free pure nicotine.
Shoot one of those in your mouth.
Pop one of those in your mouth. These things called the breakers, the Lucy breakers, know about them. They got a little burst of flavor and hydration when you cut down on them with your teeth. I use the 4 milligram berry citrus or the mango. What do you boys use?
Right now I'm on the
mint
Wintergreen
breakers.
8s.
Wintergreen 8s. Yeah, mint breakers. They got the espressos. Look, Lucy's are the best. Whenever I'm out and about with adults over the age of 18 who enjoy a 100% tobacco-free nicotine pouch, and I bust out a Lucy, people say, hey, can I bum one of those Lucy's? I say, sure, right? And you can too. I have the subscription that comes to my house. I highly recommend it. If you want to get involved and get 10% off your first order, go to lucy.co/hardfactor. Use promo code hardfactor. And yeah, Lucy's intended only for adults over the age of 18. Each order is age verified, so don't try it.
Also, if you're in Austin and that story stressed you out, or in general, luckily for you, this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A reminder that whatever you're going through, you don't have to go through it alone. Life is a journey. Some days feel good, others are overwhelming. Sometimes you get COVID, you think it's gone, and then it comes back, right, Wes?
Yep. There's a term for that, turns out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
COVID rebound.
COVID rebound. So yeah, whatever's keeping you up at night, financial issues, relationship issues, job issues, it's easy to feel like you have to figure it all out on your own. But the truth is no one has all the answers, and no journey should be alone. Having someone with you to listen, to understand, and to support you can make all the difference. So May being Mental Health Awareness Month, probably that's a good sign. That's a good sign to start. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. They do initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. It's a quick, short questionnaire, helps identify your needs and preferences, and they have 12 plus years of experience in industry-leading match fulfillment rate, which means that they're probably going to match you with a good therapist the first time that works well with you. But if you're not happy with your match, you can switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. And guess what? They have over 30,000 of them. 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 6 million people globally, and they have an average rating of 4.9 out of 5. That would be a 9.8 out of 10 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. So you don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support and have someone with you in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/hardfactor. That's betterhelp.com/hardfactor. Yeah, do it.
Nothing better.
Do it.
Get help.
Get that help. The TSA guys, you remember them?
Yeah, they protect us.
Was it like the Costco guys, or are you talking about just TSA individuals, people that work at TSA in general?
The organization, yeah, TSA.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
What's it stand for?
Transportation Security Administration.
Transportation Security Administration. Yep, nailed it. Same time. They had a tough 2026. It was probably their second worst year since 2001. What
happened then, Mark?
Well, they weren't even formed until the end of that year, too. But
Right.
they were November and December that year they were formed, and they were getting after it. Tough year. They were all Rolando Negrin this year. The guy who had to go through this new security scanner, and he had a little wiener at the TSA, and then they all made fun of him, and then he had to take a baton or metal stick in the parking lot and beat up the guy who made fun of his little penis the most. Look into it, Rolando Negrin. They were all Rolando Negrin this year with the 2 unpaid government shutdown.
Never forget.
Essential workers essentially getting fucked, right?
Right. It was a bummer, man. I mean, it was a tough time watching, going through security at the airport, knowing that, like, man, these people are pulling down like no more than 60 grand a year, which is paycheck to paycheck, and
keep the lip zipped when you're going through it. Right?
Yeah, but it was a big test because everyone that stayed got a big bonus, right? Didn't the TSA agents who stayed on get some kind of bonus for being?
I don't know. Look into that. That would be cool. I
Sure
hope so. I know they got back pay eventually, but one of the stretches was like 3 weeks or something ridiculous.
It's brutal.
It's a long time to go. 4 weeks without a paycheck. So.
Yeah, 10,000
rough year.
bucks.
So they made how much?
$10,000 if they worked without pay and maintained airport security operations during the funding lapses.
That's cool.
Plus back pay.
I don't know about back pay, but I mean, $10,000 is probably how much do those guys make?
Right. I mean, I think 60 to 85, but like also,
I mean,
you know, how many years did it take off their lives? Right, 3 is the answer.
Yeah, it was tough. So what they did is they silently updated their policies. They made some changes. Like this policy, they updated to say medical marijuana flies for free, and then pointed out that they do not look for illegal drugs. And if you would just be fucking cool about it, and hide it a little bit, they're only interested in weapons and bombs and dildos because they bet on who's bringing in dildos. Of course.
Yeah, check out this hot chick. You think she's got one in there?
2 dildos.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Your bag it keyed. We gotta go through it here. Right here.
Why are you exchanging cash? You know they bet no dildos.
Sorry, man. We're just gonna dump this out. Okay, yeah.
Wouldn't you? If I were at the TSA, I'd start that up.
Tell me what this is.
Yeah.
Why's it got batteries?
No, you can't spot someone with a dildo. You suck at this. Sounds to me like they're saying yes to marijuana. Just slap a medical label on it, guys. Come on, be cool.
Okay.
Just
so the official policy, they just said medical. Cool.
Yeah, but they were like also like we don't want to bust you for drugs. They're like just blink a lot or show up with pink eye or say you're stressed or whatever, and be chill, man. Be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have left weed in my bag. I don't know, like every time I've
they're chill.
The last 6 years, and
personal amounts they're cool with.
Personal amounts, never had an issue with them.
Yeah.
They said be personal, be cool. Here's the new head of the TSA who announced that from now on you can go right through on February 6th, which of course is Bob Marley Day. He said, "Security gonna be pretty relaxed now. Chill, ya here, child.
Come on, true."
Come on, true.
Oh, through.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah, come on, true. That's what he said. They did say if you're a loser and you don't know how to hide your non-medical drugs, they will have to confiscate and inform local authorities, but they will change how they ask for it. They will say, give it to me 1 time, give it to me 2 times. So that's what's going on with the TSA. They're into drugs. They say, bring the drugs.
That's cool. I think I saw that on like one of the TSA shows. They have like the TSA shows on like Discovery or Nat Geo. They used to. I think
Would Catch a Smuggler,
something like that, or they had another one too.
They're trying to reframe their image. They're like, we're not narcs. We just don't want bombs. So that's cool news. Now, in nerd news, a New York high school, Jericho High School, set a national record with 21 valedictorians this year, and they're pretty much all Asian.
Yes, they are.
So it was a 21-person tie?
Yep, they all got A pluses in every class, including their AP classes, which they were all in, and ended with like 4.8s or whatever.
It really takes away from being called a valedictorian, though. I mean, it really
does, especially if you're 22nd, which really sucks.
I think it's supposed to be API class, Asian Pacific Islander.
Sure. aging myself, but
they were all
whatever
Asian.
class is the highest level of class. They all got A pluses for 4 years straight.
Put that photo up again. Let me look for a white.
The only one that's possible, I think they're all Asian if you're counting India. And,
second row on second row, far right, far white.
Yeah,
chick.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. That's
tough,
it though.
20 Asians. 21.
Yeah, some tough haircuts on these cats.
The one guy's got an Edgar.
Yeah, he's got an Edgar, and then the guy in the middle's got a split butt cut.
Yeah, they're kids. They're
Yeah,
kids,
sure.
you know.
Sorry, you're right.
And they're smart. And they're smart kids. Good for them. They're all going to like Harvard and stuff. One of
I
the
think you
kids
could only get
wants to-
one though, Mark. Valedictorian.
Nope, there's going to be 21 speeches this year at Jericho High School. All Asians. And they're one of the kids wants to fix transportation issues. He says we have a lot of plane issues. So that's good. And that's your nerd news. Some are going to Georgetown, Harvard. They're
oh, you bet they're going to Harvard.
I don't know how they're getting to Harvard after the whole Harvard scandal. And then,
Right, well, they fucked up. And they sued Harvard and got affirmative action overturned, and then now they're not getting in.
you know what they should do to tie break is who got the highest SAT score. I bet a couple of them got perfects, but you could probably narrow it down to like 7.
I gotta say, like, it must be so lame being a college admissions person at Harvard or something, and just letting in like the most boring kids of all time. Just a whole
Yeah,
class.
when you want to shake it up,
boring idiots.
Shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, let a Mark or a Pat in, maybe a Wes.
Yeah, they're gonna
shake.
I mean, they're only gonna be here for a year. They'll
We're
get kicked out.
gonna fail out. Our dads are gonna be real mad at us.
It'll be funny. Let's bring them in. They're gonna be gone in a year.
Mark didn't fail at any schools, for the record. Just me and Wes.
Yeah.
No, I got through in 4, but barely. And the only reason I got through in 4 on time is because I had a ton of nerd credits, like 25 nerd credits going into it, because I was taking 12 credits a semester and skating by. Literally skating
got
by.
down to 6 my last semester in UK.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
just
you.
2 classes.
6.
API, I guess AP back then. I had a shitload of credits going in.
That was a
I
fun
got a
semester.
Tuesday and a Thursday. It's not called API. I was Asian Pacific Islander. That was the joke.
Okay, I get it. Oh, yes, that's yes. This is very API. That's it. I'm done.
All right.
Okay.
Guys, police in Fredericksburg, Virginia, right down the road from where we grew up, are on the lookout and are asking for the public's help to try and identify this person. See him?
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
Is it a lamb?
Is that a Pink Panther costume?
That's a Pink Panther costume, Pat. As you can see, he is just standing there. I don't know what he has around his neck. I'm going to play you a video of him walking
Probably
down the
severed
street.
head, it looks like.
A head.
The street here. There he is
God.
walking down the road. Hang on, it's going to play again. And it's just a guy wearing cowboy boots in a Pink Panther outfit, and he's got something around his neck. I can't tell. what it is.
Flannel shirt as well. The flannel shirt is really what sets it off on the creepy level.
Why is this guy stopping to talk to him?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would absolutely take a picture of a Pink Panther if I saw him. But
Guy's going to end up in his satchel if he keeps pulling over.
yeah, but
That's
he
really
wasn't.
satchel.
He wasn't so innocent. Here's the local news story to tell you exactly what this guy was up to and why they're looking for him.
Fredericksburg police searching for a person accused of targeting children while wearing a bunny costume. One of the children
Not a
snapped
bunny.
this photo of the suspect you see here. A concerned mother who asked not to be identified says that this happened Thursday after school. She says as soon as the bus pulled away, the person in the costume then started chasing after 4 children. The mother also shared with Fox 5 that her daughter was able to see underneath the person's
God.
mask and says it appeared to be a man.
Oh yeah, it's a man.
My kids, I want to be able to protect them, and I can't protect them in the sense of like they've already experienced this and they're both feeling a little traumatized.
Sure.
And like that's something that is motivation for me to want to find him, because I want to give them that peace that he's not out there
The
anymore.
Pink Panther isn't out there anymore.
Fredericksburg police want to hear from anyone who may recognize the person in this costume or saw what happened.
If you recognize the Pink Panther.
If this is your roommate, call us.
Yeah. So one local resident posted on Facebook after spotting the Pink Panther staring at kids, quote, "This man stared down my son and one of my older neighbors from across the road." And that's the picture he took. The guy's just standing there staring at people. One witness said they saw the attempted abduction, but they couldn't stop their car in time, and I guess just kept driving. But as you heard, that mother really wants to get this Pink Panther off the street because that's the stuff of nightmares is getting. God only knows what he would have done if he got it back to his mansion or whatever.
When is the Pink Panther's rights up? Because you know how they just did 2 Winnie the Pooh horror movies. They did a Pinocchio horror movie. Like that right there is the blueprint for the Pink Panther horror movie.
Well, I looked it up and it was
that costume.
Hanna-Barbera, I think, has the rights now because they just produced the most recent Pink Panther.
Amazon MGM has them.
Okay.
But no, they're doing that licensing deal with the insulation company every year.
Okay.
Pink Panther.
Didn't he live in like a mansion?
Did the Pink Panther live in a mansion?
I feel like he lived in like a nice house.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
We don't know. Pink Panther's a weird one because like the movies, the live action movies with Inspector Clouseau, Peter Sellers were like, and they came out like way before you were born. And
funny,
it was they were adult movies,
hiding.
Really. Yeah,
they were comedies, like slapstick comedies.
Yeah, he definitely lived in a cool house. So again,
do you remember the Hanna-Barbera car racing show?
Of course, dude. Of course,
The
with
best. Yeah, that was the best.
So, if you're in the area and see him, just tackle him probably is the best option at this point because he's going to try to take a kid.
What's the weather like there? It looks like a hot.
Yeah, I think it has been hot. All right. Wouldn't be a week without covering a penis story. So here we go. I got a penis story for you.
Take us down, Wes.
This one's very exciting because it comes from the man at the forefront of all the most sane male enhancement practices, or maxing as it's called. I'm talking about clavicular. There he is. Look at that guy. He is.
Oh, damn.
He is just ripped.
Never seen him with his shirt off.
Oh, he's something.
Is that Photoshop? Because he's got like a 14-inch waist. It's crazy.
No, that's just clavicular, dude. That's just what he does. That's just him maxing out. So on the Logan Paul podcast recently, Clavicular shared an easy at-home technique he uses to max out his penis, and it's something we can all do with no cost, no startup costs, no cost at all, quite frankly. Clavicular revealed to Paul and his co-host Mike Majlak that he has been doing penis enhancement for some time now, and all you need is your penis and some shopping bags. Okay, so basically what you do, and here's Clavicular demonstrating it.
Paper or plastic?
They just have to have handles.
Reusables.
Yeah, strong handles, depending on how big your dick is. If you want like just thin plastic or like the ones he has here, which have a wider handle.
I prefer a sustainable dick maxing regimen.
Is he doing dick lifts?
Yeah. So what this is, he's demonstrating on his arm. So imagine his arm is his cock. And what he does is he takes your you take your shopping bags, then you fill them with your own brains, I think, to give them some weight. Then you put your penis through the handles and let the weight stretch out your dick by holding on to your suspensory ligament, which is seen here. Pat or Mark, can you describe the image that I'm putting on screen?
Why does Mark get to do it?
Mark, you guys can either just somebody jump on the
is that like our mons pubis, like right above the penis, like the
there's a suspensory ligament that keeps, I guess, the dick in place, and you can stretch it. So I guess it allows your dick to protrude more. I don't know, but he says that that's what you do.
Is that like if you push the ruler against the suspensory thing to try to get an extra half inch?
Yes, I think that's exactly what it is. Yes. So he said that he does this while driving sometimes, which is interesting. However, Clavicular was very candid about some of the side effects he's been experiencing.
Just need a hard on. Okay,
yeah,
got
that.
that.
A hard on and a couple shopping bags.
Something to put in this bag. Okay, check.
He did report that he noticed improvement from this technique, along with taking injections and medication. But he reports that the erection angle will lower a bit. Okay, so normally if you're a straight shooter and you start doing
wants
this,
that?
you're gonna have to go
Unless
in
you're pile driving, who wants that?
You're gonna have to go in at a little sharper angle. The docking angle gets a little bit more complicated if you use.
Gotta put a pillow under that ass.
That's right. Under
It's
your
like,
under
it's like
your
looking
ass.
down the barrel of a gun at Old Yeller, right?
Yeah.
You can kill a dog. It's a dog killing angle.
Yeah, right
That's
above.
Yeah. So that's up to you whether or not you want to deal with that new angle for a larger cock. He also said in another admission that he builds his confidence by, quote, cold approaching strangers while having an erection. Something that we've all probably done by choice in our younger years, or not by choice in our younger years. You just walk around with an erection. But he said that's what he does to build confidence. He'll get an erection and then he'll just go talk to people with a full erection. So
what do you need confidence for when you have an erection? You have the confidence when you have the erection, right?
I don't know. I guess it's just
You
like
get stage dick.
I mean, it's hard to talk to someone, a stranger, when you have an erection. That's for sure.
Unless it's
But I mean,
in your
like
waistband.
if you're in the moment, you're about to have sex. What?
I think he's talking about going up into to Starbucks with an erection,
Right.
ordering
Why?
coffee.
Just having an erection just gives you confidence.
Yeah, just to I don't care about anything. Like I'm just the man, and I can just walk around with this erection. I don't know. I can't quite wrap my head around his logic. But Clavicular knows what he's doing is insane. In an interview he did with 60 Minutes, I can't believe 60 Minutes interviewed this guy. He said it's all about winning and competitiveness, and really, sadly, what it leads to is self-destruction. So he's aware as what he's doing is probably going to kill him.
Do you have an image of the 60 Minutes interview? Because I'd like to bring up the thing that's been going around with him where he's been
No, I don't.
So he's been getting put up next to hotter older men, and he's been getting mogged, which is his term. And it seems like they're doing it to him on purpose. So the 60 Minutes interview guy was like a handsome older man, and they're like, this guy's better looking than Clavicular. And then he was just in Australian court with a really hot guy as a judge, and the images were just the judge and him, and he was getting mogged again. And all the New York Times and everyone, the internet was like, Clavicular keeps getting out mogged, which is funny.
Yeah. The interview with him and Paul concluded with a interesting would you rather. Paul asked Clavicular if he would rather have no hair or a functioning penis, or have hair or a functioning penis. And Clavicular went hair because, in his opinion, the average person doesn't meet Jason Statham level looks when bald. He said, quote, you're going to have this bald head and a functional dick, but it's going to be over for you when you've got no one you can use it on besides your hand. Okay, so he says basically the most insulting thing to bald men ever is Clavicular would rather have no cock than be bald, is what he said.
But by his logic, he would. I don't get it.
My cock's dead, but the follicles on my head are alive.
Mark, don't
and
try to
well.
understand his logic. It makes no sense. This guy's putting shopping bags on his cock and he's driving around the streets. I don't know. He might be trolling all of us because he certainly is successful, but
I think he is.
If you've got no money and you really want to try this, there it is. Shopping bags and an erection, and you can stretch out that ligament and maybe gain a couple inches. So
this is going to lead to an arrest, I guarantee it. I don't know of him or a follower, but we're going to hear about it pretty soon.
Yeah, another OD at least. And
then another hot judge.
Yeah. And that's the show. Thank you for being with us. If you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. We love you. See you tomorrow. Have a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!